Hey you, and welcome back to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. This is episode 16. My name is Eric. My name is, well, it's Satchmo. My name is really Eric, but we're going to go with Satchmo. I was like reading something as I was giving my intro, and well, you saw the result of that, or I guess heard of it. Today we're going to do a flyby of Duna. We have these missions that we accepted last time, so let's do, well, we have this mission we accepted last time. So we're going to do it. We're going to do the missions the same way. Sorry, I bumped the microphone. We're going to do the missions the same way that we did whenever we went to the moon for the first time, right? We did a flyby, then we did an orbit, then we did a landing. So I already have the one up here that says to orbit, and then I have some stuff that says to land and build a space station. So this is what's coming up in the future, but for today, all we're going to worry about is orbiting. But that's not all we're going to worry about. We're also going to see if we can get some science from the moon of Duna, which for some reason I'm having a hard time remembering what the name of it actually is. I think it might be Ike. It's been a long time since I've been there. We're going to open up Duna Explorer Mark 1 and load it. Very cool. We're going to save it because I think I forgot to save last time. And that's the only reason that we're in here. This craft got us to Duna last time. It's going to get us to Duna again. We're going to take this crew out, however. Everybody is level 3 except for Wilney and Jeb. So we're going to take those guys out. And we're going to put them two in. I'm going to leave real quick. And I'm trying to level up a whole bunch of Kerbals. I want like a little log of Kerbals. The cheapest way to get a Kerbal is to save one of them from space. You manage to rescue people from space missions all the time. And so that's a cheap way to do it because you actually get paid to do that. But you can come here and just hire them yourself. They're not terribly cheap, right? They're 80 grand for the first one. But I want to have a handful of these guys. And since I have 3 that are already level 3, I have 2 that are level 2, and this is a 3-man command pod. We're going to buy a 3rd Kerbal so we can level him up to him or her. And we're going to make it, let's see what we have here. We have 3 pilots, 1 engineer, and 1 scientist. So it's definitely going to be an engineer or a scientist. Let's go ahead and make it an engineer. And let's make it a name that I like pronouncing. So we have Abmore. I would probably call him Abmore, because why not? And then we have Hiley. We got that one. Let's see, in terms of scientists, we have Asfred, Munbin, Verfel. Verfel. I'm purely going off of, and then Jewelry. Jewelry's kind of a cool name. You know what, let's go with Jewelry, because I have a cousin named Jory, and that's kind of a cool name, and they sound similar, so we're going to bring Jewelry with us as well. Anyway, let's go ahead into the launch pad. Let's grab the Duna Explorer Mark 1. We have 2 of the same craft here. I can delete one of them, I suppose. I guess I did save it last time. Let's go ahead and delete the vessel. And Duna Explorer Mark 1, take all these guys out and only put in the ones that I want, which is going to be Jewelry, Wilney, and Jebediah. There we go. Get these guys some experience, and let's launch the vehicle. So a couple things. These missions are getting longer and longer and longer. I kind of knew that this day would come, especially because I watched so many other people play KSP. It's kind of hard to, you'd have to be a fool to not observe what they're doing and question why they're doing it. Everybody else highly edits not everybody, a lot of people highly edit their videos, and a lot of that's because Kerbal just takes a long time to play. It just physically takes a long time to do some of the stuff that you have to do. Even with Time Warp on, it can be a long process. And we're at the point now, even just going to Duna, when we go to the further planets, it's going to take even longer still. We're at the point now where things are taking a long time to do. And I didn't know when I started this series exactly how much editing I was going to have to do and how much I can get away with. And after I've recorded all of the last 3 videos today, and because I do mine in batches because I have limited time to actually do these videos. So today I have learned that these last videos are taking a long time. I don't know exactly how they're going to turn out when I edit them, like how much editing I'm actually going to have to do and this, that, and the other, so I don't know. But today has been a learning experience for me. So I'm kind of just thinking out loud here. Ooh. That happened to just work out fine for me. Oh, I do not have an engineer on board, so I do not have Kerbal engineer. So let me do this. There we go. Kind of thinking out loud here, but also asking for advice. I'm wondering, well, I think one thing I'm going to do to cut down on the length of the videos is to might pre-build some craft. If it's something like today, for instance, you know, go to Duna, we've already done that. I already have a craft capable of that. Or if I want to make a small adjustment to it, I might just go ahead and make that adjustment off camera and then load it into the game, take you into the VAB, and just instead of building the entire thing on camera like I've done before, we'll just I'll just say, hey, this is the craft, this is what I have on here, we can take a quick tour of it, and I'll save a lot of time just kind of showing you what the craft is rather than actually building it entirely on camera. That's thing one, to save some time. Thing two, of course, is editing out just the warps. If it's just going to be a long time warp between maneuvers, I mean, if I don't have anything to say, I might just have to edit that out as well. I just can't imagine people are going to sit there and actually watch. You know what I mean? I don't even know that I would. So that's thing two. And then, I don't know, there was a thing three, but I can't think of what it is right now. We're getting close to... Well, yeah, we still got some time left. Anyway, just give me your thoughts and opinions on that. I, again, haven't edited the last two videos yet. Ooh. Oh, this is dangerous. But we are out of the atmosphere, so having those two fins broken doesn't really matter. That'll just be something that they put in history books as something cool that happened. Yeah, I haven't watched or edited his last two videos yet, so I don't actually know how they turn out. At this point, in a weird way, you know more than I do. So I'm asking these questions without information that I will eventually have, is the point. So, there we go. Now we are in space. I'm probably just going to have to keep burning. I am going to set up a node here, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to tell me to keep burning. Spin this thing around. That's another thing too, the maneuver node, 877, 81. It says a minute and 29 seconds, right? So it's 45 seconds. Look at that, and we're already at 45 seconds. So yeah, it's saying just go ahead and keep burning. Which actually means that this is a pretty good launch, just to kind of burn all the way through. Another thing too is maneuver node stuff as well. If it's like an orbit like this, I'm wondering if it's a craft that I've already flown and it's just like circularizing around Kerbal. I wonder if this might not be just a good place to jump into the game. Like, hello, welcome to the video, my name is Satchmo, here we are orbiting Kerbal, we're about to go to this place. And boom, cut out the launch, cut out the other stuff. We've seen 100 times, we're going to see it again. That's just another theory. I'm going to leave that open to you. Yeah, help me out, answer that question for me. Give me your feedback is what I'm trying to say. Just kind of tell me what you think about that. Would it be jarring or upsetting in any way to kind of cut out stuff that we've seen 100 times? I don't know. At the same time, I gotta sit here and play it. So if the stuff is recording and it makes no difference, I still gotta do it myself. So it's not like it's saving me any time. It's purely saving you time. So I've got to play anyway, and sitting here with a microphone in front of me rambling does not bother me. So if that's what people want, that is absolutely what I will do, if that's the answer. Yoink. Spin that around. And 76, 86. Who cares? Alright, so last time we went and we did a gravity assist around the moon, which I think of the two maneuvers that I'm going to show you, that's actually probably the more advanced one. At any rate, I will show you this one now, which is this. Take a maneuver. It's not really a maneuver per se, but it's just a kind of physics concept that I think it's important to understand. Pull out your prograde until you get an escape. Okay? And fine. There we go. There's an escape. Now, let's look at Kerbal. Let's zoom out far enough to where we can see the line of Kerbal. Kerbal is moving anti-clockwise, right? You can see because it's brighter over here than it is over here. And also because I know that it goes anti-clockwise. If I burn, so it disappears, this line, zoom out, this line right here disappears as I get close, but We're just going to keep it on a screen in this orientation so we will know. If I burn with enough velocity to escape here, which is to say behind Kerbin in terms of Kerbin's orbit, then this is the effect. There we go. The effect is that I actually gain altitude. It's a small amount because I just pulled out enough to leave the SOI. But you can see right there, there's a gap, right, between what my apoapsis is going to be and what Kerbin's is going to be. So I'm actually going to gain a little bit of altitude from burning behind Kerbin. Okay, that's the important part here. If you place this node. Now, I'm not going to change the program. I'm not going to add any delta V. I'm only going to change where I burn. So if that's behind Kerbin, what if I burned in front of Kerbin? Okay, if I burn in front, I need to add it a little bit, unfortunately, because my orbit's not circular. Just add just a little bit more. Because my orbit's not circular, I'm a little lower on this side. But if I burn in front of Kerbin, the result is that. Look, I lose altitude. I'm actually on the inside of Kerbin's thing. Both of these are going to escape Kerbin's SOI. Both of these are going to make me orbit the moon. But if I burn in front of Kerbin, I lose altitude with regards to the moon. And if I burn behind Kerbin... I said that funny. Oops. Okay, this is a bad example because I intersect the moon here. Let me find a place where I don't intersect the moon. Right. There's fine. Nope, no, not there. There's fine. If I burn behind Kerbin, then I'm essentially adding velocity to... I'm moving with Kerbin, as opposed to on the side I'm moving against Kerbin. So the result here is that I go out. So when you are trying to go other places in the solar system, yes, you can just burn pretty much anywhere. If you're in a circle, you can burn anywhere and leave Kerbin's SOI. But when you burn, that is to say where you are with respect to Kerbin, actually does matter. If you're going to a further planet, a planet that's further out, which in our case is only a couple of them, right? There's Duna, Dres, Ilu, and Jewel. Then it's more efficient to burn with Kerbin. That is to say, make your burn behind Kerbin. Okay, if you burn like this, for instance, you it's kind of a radial maneuver. It kind of just like turns your orbit. It doesn't really add or subtract too much. So anyway, burning behind Kerbin flings you further out in the solar system. Burning in front of Kerbin brings you the other way around. Now what I can do is that this is actually really lucky. Is what I can do, click on this maneuver, and I'm going to reduce this, and I'll move it back. What I might be able to do here, moon periapsis at 168, 131, 95, 59, 24, is not only can I burn, this is really fortunate, but not only can I burn behind Kerbin, but also I can get the slingshot maneuver from the moon, and let's see the effect that has. It is not calculating it. It is calculating so much to say that I am going to be leaving Kerbin, though. You can change how many conics, it's called conics, you can change how many conics will be calculated. Right now it's only calculating 3, right? This trajectory, the trajectory over the moon, and the one on the escape. But there is a way to get a 4th one, which will tell me what's going to happen out here. Unfortunately, I don't have that right now. So I think this is what I'm going to do. It's essentially another gravity assist like I did last time, but the important part here is that I'm burning kind of behind Kerbin, so I'm adding velocity. I'm using kind of some of Kerbin's velocity to add to my own, so we can fling further out in the solar system. That was the point. Lecture over. Hopefully that made sense. And I mean that genuinely. Hopefully that helped you out. And maybe clarified something you were confused about, or just taught you something new. Either way. 1 minute and 18 seconds is, 78 seconds? So, 39. I feel like that's wrong for some reason. No, it's not. 39. That's right. I just felt like it was wrong. Math doesn't care about the way I feel. It's right no matter what. Stability, sauce on. Let's get a little closer. There we go. 45, 44, 43. Can I get there in time? 42, 41, 40, 39. Go. Alright. Now I'm really looking forward to when I have pilots. Excuse me. when I have pilots that will have that are leveled up enough to where they can hold the argument on the man, what is that thing called? I jumble over my words when I'm trying to do this. I really do apologize about that. The little node there, the little icon. What is the name of that? There's like a special name for it. I can't remember what it's called. But the little target there. It doesn't tell you. Not node. I mean, I say these interchangeably, but node is the one I'm thinking of. Reticle? Reticle. The target reticle. That's what I was trying to say. The reticle. Your little maneuver reticle. Of course, now that I say it, I'm wondering if that's even the right term, but I'm pretty sure that's what I meant. Anyway, we're getting close. Make a small adjustment. I'd rather not overpass it up this time. Or ever. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off so as it gets out of my way. And just slowly burn. Hold prograde here. And wait till I see that periapsis. No, when I said slow, I meant it. Go on, hurry up. Oh, there we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 should be fine. 16 should be fine. I don't think I'll crash into a mountain. F5 to save your life. Is it going to predict it now? I don't think it will. No, it's not. It's not predicting where I'm going to land. But if I go ahead and warp into the moons, that's why it will. My electric charge is not depleting. Somebody mentioned Acres Bravo, the guy I've been talking about in comments. It's a good friend of mine now. We've been hanging out. He mentioned having this thing open so we can see exactly what's happening, and I don't mind that at all. Turn that off. Actually, I don't need that. So, okay, now it should be predicting our trajectory. Wow, look at that. Yes. So this maneuver is almost enough to put us all the way out to where Duna is. Yes, look at that apoapsis. Apoapsis is very close to Duna's. Wow, very cool indeed. Yeah, great launch. Very, very efficient. At least by my standards. Oh, while I'm here and thinking about it, not that this matters, it's just a good habit to have if you're going to be leaving far away. Because I have pilots on here and stuff, I don't really need this, but we're going to extend the antenna, so we're making sure we're getting as much signal back to base as possible. Again, not super imperative. And you know what, if we're going to have to fly by the moon anyway, we may as well watch it. This is kind of a cool thing to do. There we go. Fortunately, we're passing on the dark side of the moon. We'll just skim over the surface. And the moon is going to fling us out into the far reaches of space. It's so cool. I'll tell you what's really cool, just to kind of fanboy about it for a second, is that it's all real. You know what I mean? Like, there's obviously some liberties taken with the game, and I don't think any simulation can get close to reality. Or not, I say close, they can get close, but can't perfectly replicate reality. But I mean, it really is true. It's a real thing that happens, what you're seeing in this game. This is really what happens. And if you look at some of the maneuvers that you have to pull in this game, and some of the things that you actually have to, the game asks you to do, there's real life precedent for some of these things. If you go up and you circularize around the planet, and then you do a free return trajectory around the moon, come back, that's actually what the Apollo mission did. And it worked the exact same way. The numbers were different, obviously. But yeah, that's what trips me up about this stuff, is that it's actually really real. And that's really, really cool. To me, anyway. You may think it's stupid. Let's go ahead and burn a little bit to increase our apoapsis to where Duna's is. And there we go. Alright, there we go. Got an intercept with Duna. Finally. So, now what I want to do, if at all possible, is set up an intercept with Ike. And I'm going to do that for a couple of reasons. Let me find somewhere along this path real quick. Let's try that. Okay. And let's make some adjustments here. Let's see if we can get an intercept with Ike. Oh, wow, how fortunate. I think I just did. Huh. Gorgeous. Ike also travels anti-clockwise, it looks like. So I need to be to go in front of it. I'll use the little control here. Oops, wrong way. And make this a little more granular. There we go. Now we're not going to get much of a break from Ike, because Ike is pretty small. It's very, very, very small, actually. You can tell it just barely bends at that periapsis. Yeah, there we go. But we can use a little bit of it to break us around Duna, and likewise we can get all the science from being in space near Ike. So that was the main purpose of it, is for that reason. So now back to the time warp. 200 days. This is enough of us. This is enough for me to not have to edit out, I think, because I probably have a couple things to say. Let me go ahead and kill the time warp so I can reduce the thrust limiter so I don't forget about it. Fine. There we go. That's fine. Go back and quick save and time warp. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna get intercept with Ike again. Maybe give it a little bit of a give us a little help with orbiting Duna, but primarily just to get the science from being in space around Ike. That'll be enough of a benefit for me anyway. So spin, 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 spin. Ike goes round and round and round. Yep, definitely going to be getting that planar maneuver thing. Some of these things, I mean, it still just takes a long time. Sometimes it just takes a long time. But it's taking too long. 3 days. 2 days. Ooh, okay, here we go. Slow down. 2 hours. 1.5 hours. Slow down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow down. Slow down. There we go. Hop on the target. There we go. It's mostly an anti-normal burn. And there we go. And let's go ahead and burn it. Let's see. Let's see if I can go really carefully and pull that thing exactly where I want it. There's the intercept. And close enough. So what's the periapsis here? 7,000 meters. Wow. It's pretty low, actually. Alright. Let's quick save that. And is it too far to warp all the way over here? No, cannot warp. How about here? Yes, you can. Go. Yes, another year of travel. Let me check on the, here we go. It would have burnt out by now anyway if it were draining. It takes no time for that stuff. We're talking about warping on the orders of days a second. Yeah, the electric charge goes away really fast, really quickly. Yeah, this mission takes a long time. We're already at almost 5 years for this mission. A long time. Going up to Jewel and Elu and all those take a long time too. Jewel's going to be a lot of fun. Once we go to Jewel, I think that's going to be a blast. Jewel's got like 7 different moons, and you can just kind of hop from one to the other, and that's a lot of fun. It takes a lot of planning and a lot of know-how really to do that. But I will have practiced at that point doing some Jewel stuff to make sure that I've kind of boned up on it a little bit, because it has been a long time since I played this game. I practiced for about a week. Oh, whoa. Chill out. Okay, that's where I told it to go. Switch back around to my craft. There we go. And let's check the science real quick. I don't think... Okay. Quick save. And then let's just warp only into the SOI. Hello, Ike. We'll know when we're there because the nav ball will kind of flip around. There it goes. And now I've got all this science from Ike. Let's go ahead and point normal. Be a little bit easier for us to access our craft. And while it's doing that, we can use this mod to just grab all the things. And all this mod does, we talked this before, it just kind of makes this stuff a little bit easier so you don't have to click around on the craft. I don't feel like that's too much of a cheat. Let's do a rapid EVA. And you can hop back in. That was jewelry. Let's get Wilney out on EVA as well. I think they get experience for this. I'm not entirely sure. And let's get Jeb out on EVA as well. And then hop back in. I think they get experience per celestial body, the greatest single thing that they did. So if we were to come back and plant a flag on Ike, then it wouldn't add to the experience that they got of doing the flyby. It would replace it if it were greater. Is the idea. So anyway, but doing an EVA, I think, around Ike is probably worth some experience. So we're going to have them do that. Let's burn retrograde at Ike's periapsis. Well, let's plan it first just to see what actually happens there. So if I turn here and burn retrograde, then let's see. There we go. I do get in orbit. Yes, I do get in orbit. That is that's 1885 for that. I do have that on the ship. Out of curiosity, it's 1885 if I do it here. If I do it above Duna, if I don't do it around the moon, it is 2206. So it's about 400 delta V greater to not use Ike. So, oops, sorry, I bumped the mic. So yeah, I will be using Ike. Let's go ahead and I'll put this node back. I was gonna do it by eye, but I don't want the timing to be wrong because I don't really know how long this burn's gonna be. It could be a very long burn. And come on. I just want to technically be captured. I want anything more than that. Wow. Wow. Okay. There we go. There we go. And also, I think I have my thrust limiter low. Yes, I do. Because I was noticing I had a 10-minute burn, so that's not good. Alright, there we go. It is a 1 minute and 42 second burn, so 51 seconds total. Before. 51 seconds. Go ahead and quick save. And let's look at here one more time just to make sure I didn't miss anything. No, I think we're good on that. Move a little bit further along. And 51, go. I will have to decouple this stage during this procedure. Look at Ike. Beautiful little moon. I don't think I'll hit the moon. That's a good question. Will I actually hit the planet? I don't think I will, but I very well might. I will. Yep, I am too low to the planet. Maybe. No, maybe not. Oh, that looks pretty sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. No, I think I'm good. Yeah, I should have just trusted it. Very, very close approach to the planet. And let's start slowing down. As soon as I see that thing wrap around, killing it. There we go, yes. Just skimmed the planet. Just skimmed it. We get new science for all this. Let's go ahead and accept it. Eventually, oh yeah, I need to, here. Put that in. Stop it. And let's collect all that. Now that should make this available again. Yes, yes, yes. An EVA would be cool. EVA. Hop back in. Collect all. Material studies. Do I have a pilot? Oh, I do have a scientist. Okay, EVA. Let's have them come down and reset the experiments. Or him, her, whatever. And restore. Restore. Grab and board. Observe. Go. Do the thing. Go, go, go. A lot more science for that. Alright. And I'm just going to warp. Here's another one. EVA. While in space near the lowlands. Let's do an EVA. 56 more science for that. Hop back in. Collect all. And warp. This model will actually stop the warp if you have it open. So another EVA report. Hop out. EVA. Grab it. Get back in. Warp to the next one. There we go. And I think at this point it's not going to stop, so we're good. Alright, now, oops. Very cool, all kind of cool stuff. I am at the periapsis. I'm going to go ahead and burn prograde. Just enough to get us out of Duna. There we go. And let's escape. Goodbye, Duna. Right, now, we've got to do that tricky thing of getting back home. So set the target, and we will try to get some kind of try to get some kind of maneuver to actually bring us back home. Let's see if we can get anything close to that. There. 897 meters a second out of 1403. That should be fine. My electric charge is fine. Let's go ahead and warp forward 170 something odd days. There we go. Goodbye, Duna. See you next time. So you can see how big the craft is and how much Delta V it takes just to come here in orbit. If you have to land and go back home, it can be a pretty significant amount of Delta V. I'm gonna kill that and just eyeball it. I should have killed it a little sooner. Oh, stop. Okay, well enough. Let's switch our target to... Oops, Kerbal, I passed it up. Sun, Moho, Eve, Gilly, Kerbal. And let's see if we can get a... let's see if we can do something to bring us in closer. Right, put a maneuver about there-ish. And... let's see. Periapsis. Okay. Very little bit. Very small changes. Where's it at? 199? That's fine, I can make another adjustment. Alright, turn that off. Let's go retrograde. See if we can bring this in a little bit more. Whoops, prograde, sorry. See if we can bring that into the atmosphere. Turn that off. 71, 47. And out of curiosity, I know I'm going to be aero braking right here, but out of curiosity, what would it cost me to capture? Do I have enough Delta V to fully capture? Well, I do, because I get a moon intercept. Huh, that's fortunate. So worst comes to worst, if I don't aero capture... Oh, there we go, yeah. Even if I don't aero capture, I can at least burn enough to slow me down. So I'm not going to worry about actually doing that. I just wanted to see if I had enough fuel to, or if I had to plan something else out. And evidently I do not. I think I'm okay. I'll go ahead and point retrograde. From this point on, this little guy's flying around. Several days. So many days, takes so long. I kind of wish... I wonder if I wish this or not. I don't know if I wish this or not. What I'm thinking is, I wonder if... I think I would like it if you could just... let's go ahead and warp all the way over here. If you could just say, hey, warp to this moment, and then the game will go into like a loading screen, you know, calculate all the things that it needs to calculate, and then just pop you where that is, you know. I mean, it'd probably be a little faster if it didn't have to display all the graphics and everything. I don't know. I think I might like that. It's hard to say. Coming in at 3,400 meters a second. Very fast. Very fast indeed. We're going to try to slow ourselves down. I'm going to wait for this thing to start heating up. There we go. He's starting to overheat. And so I will try to combat that with the engines. Oh! Let's turn the thrust limiter up. It's a little dangerous to wait for it to overheat before you start thrusting. But the further you can go into the atmosphere, the more efficient the burn is, of course. I said this every single episode. but it's an important concept to understand. So I'm going to burn up all the fuel that I have, and that brings me down to a pretty safe. I'm a quick save just in case, but I'm going to fling that off my ship, and there we go. Turn on retrograde again, and just point my heat shield at it, and I should come back down to the planet now. And I think I have. I think this would be a safe re-entry. Oh, I did it again, didn't I? Let me say, reload. Because I did the same thing last time too. I actually need that engine. I need to land on that engine. As silly as that is. Yeah, I need to actually land on that engine because I don't have enough parachutes. I forgot to add more parachutes this time. I don't think I have enough. So this added weight is actually going to make me go through the atmosphere a little bit faster. And I might overheat. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But I don't want to lose all that science. And I don't like transmitting science back. I like saving it. I don't like transmitting it. And let's see. Something's overheating. Something external. Not a big deal. And slowing down pretty good. Looks like I'm being flung back out into space. Let me see. Oh, yep, I don't have a complete capture yet. I have not been captured. I will the next go around though. Yep, if I didn't have parachutes, if I didn't have to do the parachutes, this would have been one capture thing. Unfortunately, I forgot to add a second set of parachutes. Come all the way around the planet. Maybe I get some daylight this time. And hold retrograde authority, sir. Or ma'am, whoever is flying. I don't know who's actually doing it. They probably trade shifts. And let's go ahead and just in case, let's collect everything into there. And at very least, that thing might survive. If nothing else. Ooh. Yeah, that was sketchy. Are they, why, oh, the other one, did the other one burn off? Oh, huh. Yep, yeah, we're definitely gonna be coming in hot. But we saved the science materials. Oh, another very long mission with a ton of time warping. I'm gonna get that window planner mod that I keep mentioning, and speed through. Hopefully, a lot of this stuff. Be able to do a lot of this a lot quicker. Wow, almost 1,000 science for that. Got 5,500 science right now. Ton of science. Look, there we go. Everybody's up to level 3. He got 23 experience for that. It's just jewelry did. So yeah, now I have a look at that. I have a whole crew. Fly by a Duna. Yeah, doing great. What there we go, target tracking. Yay, they have maneuver hold and target tracking and all that stuff. Full vessel control without comnet access. Yeah, okay, cool. repair failures, run experiments or MEVA. You can do all kind of cool stuff. Vessel science return. Yeah, you get extra science for having a scientist on board. All right. So there we go. Let's warp to next day. These episodes are taking a long time. These last two have taken over an hour each. So I don't know how quick they're going to be once I edit them, but I have a lot of editing to do this week. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed your time hanging out. And I appreciated doing it. I love playing this game. So spending an hour doing it is not a problem for me. If there's anything in particular that you want to see, or any suggestions that you have for the series whatsoever, stylistic or content-wise, or anything else, just please let me know. I would definitely appreciate that. And other than that, I will see you guys on the next one. So take care.